This OP enchant can double your damage. This location is insane for fishing, and this setup buffs your HP by a lot. In this video, I'll be covering some cheap and OP strategies and items that you should know about. When RCMing Voidglooms or dungeons, players usually face this skill issue. They don't have enough EHP. Now you can try using things like an Overflux or Wand of Atonement, but sometimes you just need an extra boost. And I recently discovered a really good RCM meta. You should use the Refrigerate enchant that you can buy from Enery for 10 North Stars. Now this enchant gives you up to 1000 defense for 10 seconds. Now you can't just use 4 pieces with Refrigerate 5 and get 4000 defense, as there's a global cap. But what you can do is use 2 pieces of tier 3, which is much cheaper and has a higher defense to mana conversion. Or you can also use 2 T4s. But there is an issue here. But if mana isn't an issue, then I recommend using the Refrigerate enchant, as according to this guy,
I tried killing the darn thing like 100 times, failing every time, but after Refrigerate it's been cake in it.
So yeah, Refrigerate good. Also, if you're wondering, swapping to a non-refrigerate armor after activating the ability actually works. In the Jerry Island, there's this area called the Hot Springs, where you can fish winter sea creatures. And there are a few special areas to fish here. First, you've got this area where you can do one-handed fishing. Here's how you get there and the coordinates. Now why is this so good? Well, it is 2 blocks high, so the sea creatures you catch can't hit you easily. Also, since you're standing in the corner, you won't get knocked back even if you get hit. And since there's a block directly above your head, you don't need to look down to damage the fish using your hype, as you won't teleport if there's a block above you. Also, since you only need one hand to fish, you can use the other hand to, like this vid, sub to the channel, and comment anything you want. And I'll literally give one of you a free Midas sword. I'll be considering comments until the 1st of January, so don't forget to sub and comment if you want to win a free Midas. And yes, I'm just doing this because I'm salty because of a comment. So yeah, let's prove this guy wrong. Or you can also use this spot. It is the highest point in the hot springs, and you can just fish mobs and ignore them, just like barn fishing. And it's also better according to some comments I've seen. So yeah, just grab some bait, find a lobby with someone who isn't already doing this strat, and start fishing. The next cheap but OP thing is Smite, that can be gained by using the enchanting table or by grinding the Revenant Horror Slayer boss, and it gives you extra damage for all undead mobs. Now some of you guys might be asking, why get Smite when Sharpness gives you increased damage for all mobs? Well, there's a really cool feature related to Smite. Smite, unlike Sharpness, works with magic damage. Here I've got Sharp 5 on my sword, and it does 1.2 million damage. But with Smite 5 I deal 1.5 million damage. Okay, so how is this even useful? It's not like there are zombies everywhere in Skyblock. Well, there are. But inside dungeons, apart from fells, every other mob is undead, including skeletons, wither skeletons, zombies, meaning you'll get a decent damage boost against these mobs. Now you can get Smite 5 and 6, and in spite of their cost, they'll give you a decent damage boost, but get Smite 7. Now compared to the two, it costs a lot of coins, but it's worth it, as the damage boost makes clearing a lot faster. So yeah, use Smite 7 on all your main mage weapons, as it buffs your damage by a lot, especially inside of dungeons. And to be honest, even outside of dungeons, because Sharpness doesn't change your damage anyways. Now I'll be talking about a strat that allows you to buff your HP by a lot. It's called Healer. Now you might be wondering, Healer doesn't give HP? Well, it does. A few months ago when they did the burst buff, they actually buffed Healer as well. They made it so that every health given by the healer at full health will get converted to absorption, making this kinda insane. Like let's say you've got 6k HP, then by simply getting healed it gives you 3k extra absorption. But there's an even better way to gain HP. Mastiff armor. Mastiff basically gives you a bunch of HP based on your crit damage. Now, why am I talking about it? Well, what if you use the healing ability while using Mastiff armor? You get 50k absorption, and your switching back does work. I mean, not completely, as your HP will go down, but it's still really good. So what you do is, before a boss fight starts, switch to your Mastiff and use your healing. Then switch back to your regular gear. And yeah, you've just quadrupled your HP. And I haven't even talked about Wish. With Wish, you can actually reach 30k HP with trash non-dungeon armor. I can literally survive F7 in Aurora with this strat, which is really insane. So yeah, get Mastiff armor, get a healer in your party, and use Wish at the start of the run and before the boss fight starts. And you literally not die. So to the people who were asking me how does one survive floor 4 with low kata, this is your answer. Use Mastiff and find a healer. Flaming spiders can be found in this area of the Crimson Isles, and they are kinda insane for Spider Slayer. First, you should get this Spider XP buff from this Spider Essence guy. Now, Spider Slayer isn't that difficult by any stretch of the imagination, but it's really tedious. You literally have to run around, spam your weapon, run out of mana, wait for mana to regen. Like I said, tedious. And did I mention there are other people trying to farm as well? So in the Crimson Isles, you can do this way faster, as you can easily farm the spider mobs with something like a fire whale or even an aurora staff if you can deal enough damage. Maybe adding Bane of Arthropods could help, but I don't know if it still works. Also, upgrading your damage using Spider Essence could be a strat, and this method will make Spider Slayer actually profitable as well, as you can get Burning Eyes that can be used to craft snail pets that sell for a decent amount of coins. So yeah, these were some cheap and OP Skyblock items or tips that 99% of the player base probably knows about. Also sub, because yes, if you watched the video, thank you for watching more videos. If you want to watch more, like, so my mom is on Discord and no really comment is the read all comments.